Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video you're going to learn how to do this look. It's just a nice glowy everyday natural look with some bronzy eyeshadow. So I'm going to start off by putting on my headband. I think, I'm not sure where these are from, but they're really good. Once they get dirty you just put them in the washing machine and they're clean again. I got a pack of 3. There's a pink one, a navy blue one and this whitey cream one. They're a Christmas present, so I'm not sure where they are, but I think you can just get them off Amazon. But I love them. So normally I would use my Fenty foundation, however because this is more of like an everyday look, Fenty can get a little bit expensive for an everyday foundation, so I like to use the Revolution foundation, just the drop one, and you really don't need a lot and it's so cheap, so to use this every single day it's alright, whereas when you're using more of an expensive one every single day, if you're got to pay for other things, it doesn't really work out, especially when foundation isn't the only thing you need mascara, powders, so you don't always need the most expensive brands, you can just go for a drugstore brand. And I do love my Fenty foundation, however it's running out and I love this. All you need to do is literally squeeze the top, open it, squeeze it, and there's loads. Just be careful not to spill any, of course. And then I'm just taking my Zoeva mirror and you literally just have to squeeze out the top and it all just comes out. Much easier way of applicating it as well without getting like messy. And you can even just use like the edges of the one. Sometimes you might need to go in for a little bit more if you want a more full coverage look, but it's only your everyday average makeup. Now I am taking my Spectrum brush. This is from the big collection of marble brushes. This is the B01 brush, just to buff out the foundation, because I feel like you get a lot more coverage than you would with a beauty blender. However, I am going to go back over with a beauty blender afterwards just to get rid of any streaky parts from the brush. And as you can see, I've blended it out with the brush, however there's a lot of streaky marks in it and it's not quite blended out all the way. So I'm going to take my actual beauty blender. This is a original beauty blender, however any beauty blender works. So I'm literally just going to go over and tap really lightly over everything, because you don't want to take any product off, but you want to get rid of all the streaky marks that the brush has left. And then once I've blended it all out, I like to take my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. This is the primer potion. I get the purple one. I know you can get lots of different ones, but I just go to the purple one. I don't really know why, I just like it. And you really don't need a lot because a little goes a long way. And that's literally all you need, because you're going to get concealer probably over them and powder and all sorts. And then again I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to gently dab that all over my eyelid. And then I'm going to take my concealer. Now I do use the Fenty concealer. I used to use Shape Tape, however it's not the easiest to get hold of in the UK, and this one just matches my normal foundation, my Fenty one. But the Makeup Revolution concealers are also good, and there's many drugstore or different concealers that you can use that I would recommend. I know there's a collection one, it's so cheap, that's good. The Makeup Revolution one is so good and it's cheap. Maybeline, that stuff's good. They're all good. It's just this one's got a little bit more full coverage. As you will see when I put it on, it's a lot of full coverage. But sometimes I kind of prefer that. As you can see, it's like right there. And then again, I'm just going in with the same beauty blender and just gonna blend it all out. I like to use this, so you see this looks like this. As you see, it's very dirty. I knew I use it. I like to take the bottom part first and then the pointy part afterwards, just to blend it out more. So once this is all blended out, I then like to go in with my powder. Most people would normally go in with like a baking powder. I really like the Laura Mercier one, but obviously an everyday look, it gets expensive. So I just have this palette from Decay, and it's literally got, so it's got a mirror in the middle, and then it's got concealers one side. I've used them a couple times, so they're not like the cleanest. And then it's got powders on the other side, and I just like to take the lightest one with the Spectrum brush A04 and just lightly get the lightest shade on the brush, taps the excess off, and just gently tap it into the concealer. And then I like to just take the same brush and the same powder and just go around my nose here and here. So here you'd get like smile lines if you smile too much like I seem to do. And then just around my nose, just so it sets that bit there as well. And then after that, I like to go in with just a pressed powder. Mine is from Maybeline, it's the Fit Me powder. Mine is a little bit on the dark side, mainly because I sometimes feel like my other foundation is a little bit too light for me. This one, however, is quite good. I've imagined my other one just comes across sometimes like, oh, it's a little bit light, so I use this more like bronze it over. So with the A01 Spectrum brush, I'm just gonna really lightly go over my face with this powder, because I really don't want too much on. And then after that, I like to do my eyebrows. I use the NYX Professional Makeup Eyebrow Micro Brow Pencil. Mine is in the shade Chocolate. However, I'm going to do my brows off camera rather than on camera because it takes me a couple of attempts to get it right. Because I've got one eyebrow that's too arched, one eyebrow that's too flat. As you can see already, it's a natural thing. And you don't want to emphasize it too much. Well, I don't want to emphasize it too much. So I'll be back. So then I like to go in with my bronzer. I never really like fully contour my face. A lot of people like do the whole like more like a liquidy contour. But I just go in with my Hoola bronzer. This is the mini one. But yeah, I just use my Hoola bronzer. And I use the No. 3 brush from BH Cosmetics. So I'm not going to put loads on because it is an everyday natural look. My hair is in my face. Just ever so slightly brushing it on. And like Kim Kardashian says, 3, although I like to just stop here. I don't like to go underneath because it's not really necessary for a natural everyday look. So we're just going to bronze it up just to give some colour back into the face. Take my Real Techniques brush, which is this brush, and it's the one where you can just change how much you want. So I put it all the way to the top, and I just go in to the palette and I just dab it on. Also, there's a lot of fallout with this. Like, I'll see if you can see. Like, I don't know if you can see, but it's all on my fingers. There's so much fallout on it. So don't be somewhere, it's all over my jogging bottoms as well. don't be somewhere where you can't get makeup everywhere, because I'm now covered in it. That is the only downside, is that there is so much fallout. Anyways, I just take it and I literally just brush it on my face like this. And then sometimes I might just dab it on a little bit and then brush it round. And then I like to go in with my Ofra, whatever, highlighter. This is so well used. Like, you can see that it's no longer white. And on the inside, it's, again, very well used. But this stuff, I know, how are you supposed to have this? So my memory card just got full, which is why I was in the middle of saying something and it just went. So basically, this highlighter has literally lasted me longer than a year. Like, it doesn't say anywhere on it, like, I can't see anywhere on it that says, like, normally it says like 12 months, 6 months, but I've had this for over a year. I got it not last Christmas, the Christmas before, and I still got this much to go. It just, you barely even have to touch it. And I'm going to be using the B08 brush, and I go around a couple times and I put it back in the pan and just go over my nose, like, really lightly, otherwise you're gonna get, like, you can see a tiny bit on here. I like to go here as well. A little bit on your lips. And then after I've done my eyeshadow, then I'll put a little bit under my eyebrows as well. I'm just gonna take the Spectrum B02 brush and just carefully, like, barely touching my face, blend out the makeup, the highlighter that you just put on, especially on your nose, because you don't want it to be too obvious that you have, like, a highlighter there. And then just also blend out the blusher a little bit more, and then up here, just using all the same brush. There's also hair. So for eyeshadow, it's going to be really simple. I'm just going to take some brown colours to put in the crease, and then I'm going to take more of a peachy whitey colour and put it on my lid, and then I'm going to take a little bit of sparkle, not a lot, just a little bit, just because I like to have something there. So firstly, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. This palette is so, like, stunning. Like, when you open it up, it just, because I personally love to travel, so this is, like, the best palette ever. And when you're doing your makeup, sometimes the mirror can get a bit annoying, like with any palette, and this one literally just folds over all the way and you just have all the colours. As you can see, this is a very well used palette. So I'm going to start out by using the B06 brush, and I'm going to be taking the shade Breakaway, which is just this light colour here, and I'm just going to dab it a little bit, just going to get some product. These colours do have a little bit of fallout. Mainly the more pigmented ones have the most fallout, but they're really not that bad. And with this colour, I'm literally just going to go all over my lid, all over, just to kind of give me like a base, to make sure that the eyeshadow doesn't stick. So using the same brush, I'm going to take a mixture of the shades Riff and Good As Gone, which are these two colours here. It's more of like an orangey brown and then a dark brown, just to mix it up. So once you've done that, I'm then going to take my Huda palette. This is the retrograde, mercury retrograde palette, and like, it's just beautiful. And then I'm going to take the shade Supermoon, which is just this white one here, and literally just with my fingers, I'm going to really just put a tiny bit on my eyelid, just to add just a little bit of something. Then using an angled brush like this, this is the A24 brush from Spectrum. It's like a double-sided brush. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Vortex, which is just this really dark purple one here. And we're going to use it as an eyeliner. So next I'm going to take my eyelash colours. These are literally just from Ted Baker. They came in a set. Any eyelash colours will work, to be honest. And all I'm going to do is curl my eyelashes. I just like to get them at the root and then just curl them for a little while, just to get the most out of them. And then I like to take the Subversion Thicker Longer Bolder volumizing lash primer from Urban Decay, of course. So literally just tiny amounts, just like you would put normal mascara on, but not as much. And make your eyelashes look how you're gonna want them to look when you put your mascara on, and then just do the same on the other side. And I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex. This is the mini one, only because my proper ones ran out. But it's just the same thing, so it really doesn't make a difference. And this mascara is the best mascara, in my opinion, that money can buy. I wouldn't use any other mascara ever. So then I'm going to take my e.l.f. eyeliner. This is the waterproof gel eyeliner. It's just a pencil, and it's just like a brown shade rather than a black, just because it's more natural. And we're just going to put that on our waterline, and literally you don't need a lot. Just go in like that and just go all along your waterline. And then finally, other than setting our face, I am going to take my lipstick. This is from Estee Lauder and it's in the colour Pure Colour Envy, and this is what the packaging looks like. It's probably wonky actually, so it's supposed to look like this. And it's so, oh, it's upside down as well. It's such a beautiful shade as well. I've only used it a couple times. And literally just put it on. And then with your highlighter brush again, I just go underneath my eyebrow just ever so slightly, just to add something more. And now I'm just going to take my all-nighter spray from Decay. This is the small one. Shake it and then just spray it all over my face. Thank you for watching my video. Give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you'd like to see more videos, comment down below which ones you would like to see. And I'll see you next time. Bye!